All right. We keep on getting cut off on my goddamn phone here. I guess I'm really popular and it's goddamn election season, so everybody's calling every 5 fucking seconds. Are you voting for Hillary? You're voting for Trump? Neither, motherfucker, if you keep on calling me. But Easter did control the end of the fight, finished strong. I mean, he had the big shot in the 12th that nobody knows how Comey stood on his feet and didn't get knocked down. You know, even though Easter did go down, was it in the 7th round, 6th round, something like that? And a really flash knockdown. But I thought Easter was the right guy to win. If you wanted to call it the other way, not too big of a problem. But I think all in all, Easter was the right winner, the right call on this one, that he won the fight. It's just an arrival for him at 135. Hopefully he doesn't just win this title and sit on it and just fight nobodies. Hopefully, you know.
I don't think he's that type of
the
guy.
The IBF, I think, said they're already going to have, you know, like an eliminator for his mandatory, which is fine because he won it a vacant title, so he's not going to get that big, you know, like he'll get the one option and then boom, he's got to fight the mandatory.
If they can't do that, they can run it back.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I mean, because some people could feel like Comey won, which it was a super competitive fight. You know, Easter earned that title, and even if Comey would have won, he earned that title. You know what I'm saying? So, congratulations, and Comey, keep your head up because you gonna win the title. You keep fighting like that.
This week, Friday on PBC, Yeshe Smith, Frank Galarza, Don't Care, Justin DeLoach, Dominic Dalton. DeLoach, the guy who's trained by
The Punisher.
Yeah, Paul Williams. Interested to see him. BN Sports has got a WBC bantamweight title. I'm not even gonna go through that. Everybody knows this Saturday it's all about the HBO pay-per-view. Canelo and Liam Smith. The excitement builds.
I'm predicting 100,000 buys.
Maybe 250. I give him 250.
The highest is 150.
We got ladies next to us. We got to keep down the cussing on
I
this
understand.
one. Let's go through real quick before we get to that. The undercard: Gabe Rosado, Willie Monroe. A good fight. Mm-hmm. I think Gabe Rosado is starting to show wear and tear. He's starting to be on the decline. I like Willie Monroe to win a decision here, but you know I like Gabe, but he's starting to show the signs.
I ride with Gabe. I'm sentimental, so I'm gonna go with Gabe.
Jojo Diaz, Andrew Cancino. It's going to be a tough fight. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. Cancino has some decent wins on him. He's not coming there just as an opponent. He's going to push Jojo, and Jojo doesn't have the power to just knock somebody out. So you know, this has a chance to be a war.
As long as he keeps his footwork good, he's got an advantage. You know, and you're right. Jojo don't have superpower, but he's got good footwork and movement to keep you off his ass. If he don't get caught in a firefight all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, he got the heart to do it, but you know, do it, mix it up. As long as he mix it up, I think he gonna win. And plus, he steps up when he has good competition.
And that's all you're looking for is him to make a mark on the big stage. Diego De La Hoya, Orlando Del Valle. Look, let's just break this card down real quick. You got 3 fights that normally would just be literally on a Golden Boy live card. Could they be fun fights? Yes. Are they actually pretty decent matchups? Yes. Are they pay-per-view worthy? Absolutely, 100%. Not a freaking chance in hell that these are pay-per-view worthy undercards. And it kind of just goes right in line with the main event. It just doesn't have a pay-per-view feel. It's just 2 guys. It's a star and a guy. Just a guy.
I know I'm going to be mean-spirited, or I'm going to come off mean when I say this. Once this fight isn't a pay-per-view success, people are going to start saying, is Canelo really the star of boxing? Is he really the face? Because if it wasn't for him and the Mayweather fight, what has he done on his own for the most part? Because between him and the Mayweather, him and the Cotto, you've seen Mayweather and Cotto have bigger fights without his name. You haven't seen Canelo yet have a big fight on Canelo. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's going to come a point where you might have to speed up this Triple G fight, even though you don't want to.
And if you remember what I said about Floyd, especially on his Showtime days, was the reason that only 2 of his fights sold over 1 million of the 6 was because there was no perceived threat. When there's no perceived threat, you can be a hater all you want. You
Right.
can love him all you want. You can want to see him win. You can want to see him lose. But if there's no perceived threat. It doesn't have to be a real threat. A perceived threat. Nobody is going. Not the masses are not going to buy the fight.
Exactly.
And this is what that is. Liam Smith is just. He's a champion. He's okay. He would probably be considered the 4th best champion in 154. Maybe though. Even with say Brooke goes to 154, Paul Smith's not even
6th, 7th
he's
best
not even
fighter.
he's not even the top 5. I mean, does Andrade beat him? I think Andrade beats him. I think the Charlos beat him. I think Laura
J-Rock beats him.
I think J-Rock beats him, and I think
Brooke beats him.
I think Brooke beats him, and even Vanez is toe to toe with that guy. That's a close fight. Vanez may beat him.
Fuck it, this is Bundrich.
Well, let's not get crazy now. Like I said, he's okay, and you know, Chocolatito goes and fights the number 2 guy in the division up, where Canelo goes back down a division and fights the number 6 or 7 best guy. There's just nothing there. I mean, he doesn't punch in volume, which is one thing that you need to do against Canelo because he doesn't throw a lot. He's not going to put that kind of pressure on Canelo, and even if he does, Canelo is strong enough to keep him off. He's going to be about the same size, if not a little bit bigger than Liam Smith. This has boring decision written all over it, unless Liam Smith goes balls out, says I'm going for it. You ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna throw everything, Kell Brook style. I'm gonna throw everything at you. If you stop me, so be it.
I mean, exactly. Like that's the only thing that can make this fight exciting if Smith comes out like Maidana, straight up. Like, fuck it, I'm throwing everything. I'm getting dirty. I might spit on you. I don't give a shit. Like, nobody's gonna. I'm not gonna say nobody. Few people are gonna really be tuned into this fight because it's a non-threatening looking fight. You know, and I understand. And Oscar De La Hoya is the golden boy. Canelo is not the golden boy. And to try to market him in that same way, it's not gonna work.
The golden boy needs to speak English, and he needs to speak it well.
It ain't even.
No, but I mean, really, like,
Yeah.
no, like, if you want to be the golden boy of boxing, like, and that's just, you know, not Oscar, but just be that who people think of, you better be able to speak English at least well. Even if you have an accent, well. Because Manny was the darling for a while. At least he spoke it well, and he could understand what he was saying. Did he stutter a lot? Yeah, but Oscar, like we said, Sugar Ray. But you need to be able to speak well, English-wise, if you want to be the golden boy of United States boxing, the United States boxing scene. They have marketed Canelo in the wrong way, and maybe they're doing it the right way now. Maybe him kind of going at the Mexican fight fans. Maybe he is turning heel. Maybe he is doing the heel turn. That maybe that is what they're marketing.
I mean, how many heels you? How many? Okay, giving up the belt after that dumbass speech. You know, that was bad. The fluctuation in I can't make 54, but I can make 55, but I can't make 60, but I can make 54. That's you. Hey man, it's too much. It's too much. But I'm planning to go back up to 60 one day. Like, man, look. And you know what? I'm gonna show you by knocking out Amir Khan, and then I'm coming right back with Liam Smith. I swear to God, I'm killing him this shit. No.
So what you're saying is he's your fighter of the year?
Whew. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm taking Little Mac.
Yeah.
You know, it's terrible, man. And I don't understand, you know. And I know Oscar's holding on for dear life right now because you know this is not sellable. You knew this wasn't sellable when you started it. You just had to promote.
They're saying that they're looking at maybe 35 to 40,000 at Cowboy Stadium. That's just not a good look, man. That place is too big. It's going to look empty. You know, if you're going to sell that much, you might as well just put it at the basketball arena and just sell it out. it's not a good look. I mean, remember, Manny did 50
I mean, his best fight,
against Joshua Clottey.
right? I mean, I think his best fight in a recent was the Kirkland.
Yeah.
Because people thought, and only reason, and it wasn't because of the threat, but the threat got dissipated when Ad Wolf wasn't the trainer.
And at least that was in Minute Maid here in Houston.
And it
35,000
was packed.
looks packed in a 41,000 seat venue. It's a bad look. Does anybody think that Smith has any shot? I mean, I don't even think this fight's going to be close, man. I really don't. Will he have a moment or two? Maybe. All fighters do. He's a champion. He's going to have a moment or two, but I can't see him winning more than 2 to 3 rounds. I really can't.
And honestly, I think what's going to happen is the same thing that happened to Manny Pacquiao. The next fight will not be a pay-per-view. Nobody's paying. No network is going for it. Because think about it. What did the Khan fight do?
3?
What did the Kirkland fight do?
That was HBO. If I'm not mistaken, that was HBO.
So between and
I think Angulo was
like,
that wasn't very many. That was like 250.
so Cotto was 900,000, almost a mil. I mean, he's declining to the point where
He's definitely going backwards.
yeah, like it's just take them damn shades off and the nice shirts. You better start looking homely than a bitch. Like look like you hungry.
How many rounds does Liam Smith? Does he win, or how many does he last? I got him lasting 12. He's going to lose 9. It's going to be 117, 111, 118, 110, somewhere around there.
He'll make it to 9. I mean, because at this point, I will say this about Canelo as a fighter. Like I always say he's a smart fighter. Mm-hmm. He learns how to pick people apart. And I know he knows this going in. Dude, you cannot be the headliner for this fucking fight and stank it up with Liam Smith.
And Liam Smith he's not a high volume puncher, and Canelo's a smart fighter, so you're going to see Liam Smith be even less volume in that high guard, not throwing some counters, catching him here and there, but it's going to be minimal at best, I think.
He won't be walking Canelo down. Canelo's going to have to go get him, which is one of Canelo's worst traits. I'm going to come get you. No, he's not. He's going to have to. There's no good. Canelo's good when somebody pressures him and he can, play it back and forth. This shit ain't going to be pressure. This is going to be a waiting game. So at some point, people are going to start booing. Chepo's going to be like, look, you got to get this motherfucker out of here, And Canelo's like, okay, I know what to do. I saw this shot in about the 3rd round. I'm going to start taking my shots. But, he going to win the fight. I think he'll win the fight very easily. It's just, this is a fight that never should have been made.
Last fight, Krzysztof Glowacki fighting in Poland against Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian gold medalist, what a lot of people think is the future king of the cruiserweight division. I think he's only got 8-9 fights in. 8-9 fights.
This is interesting.
Most people think Usyk's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Glowacki, he is a little bit more seasoned though. He's got the fight against Hook. He's got the fight against Cunningham. Usyk is going in against the best fighter he's fought. Up until this point, you can't say that Usyk is better than those guys. Could he beat those guys? Maybe, but at this point, he hasn't proven to be better than those guys yet. So he's already fought at a world-class level in the pros where Usyk hasn't. I think he's going to test Usyk, but he can be stopped. He can be hurt. Hook had Glowacki hurt plenty of times. So Usyk can definitely do it. He's got the pedigree to do it. I think this could go into deep waters. I mean, he could really push him. But you would think that the amateur background of Usyk is something that he's going to lean on and outbox Glowacki, who's not the best boxer ever. Mm-hmm. He's a banger. He had 18 knockdowns against Cunningham. It's going to be one of that 7-5 range, and maybe a couple knockdowns mixed in, which could be the difference in the fight. How many times does Glowacki knock Usyk down, if at all, and how many knockdowns does Usyk get, which could be the difference in the fight.
Glowacki's got to fight hard and dirty. He got to make it ugly. If he doesn't, Usyk can steamroll him, just because of the better boxing. You know, he knows what he's in there with. Look, man, this dude gonna club the shit out of me. But you can see those clubs coming if you're paying attention. And when you're a boxer, like with Cunningham is a better boxer but not enough power. But at the same time, age and his willingness to try to get in there because he got down so early. I don't think Usyk's gonna get down early, which is gonna have to, if he doesn't go down early, it makes the fight level playing field.
He gets into
a
comfort
groove.
zone.
Yeah, and that just he could just run off with a lead on that. Even how Glowacki beat Hoop. I don't want to say lucky, but lucky.
There was a little bit of luck involved.
Shit. Yeah. You get your ass whipped and bang, bang, bang. Oh, I'm the champ. He beat Cunningham ass.
Yeah, he beat the hell out of Cunningham.
So, I mean, his confidence is definitely sky high. But his skill level is not. And I got to go with the skills.
Yeah, that's how I see it, too. I'll just go do one thing real quick. Fury no-shows the press conference. He says his car broke down and had a dead battery in his cell phone. If you believe that, you're an idiot. It's just Fury being Fury. I'm okay with it because I know how Vlad's done it in the past, but I can understand if you're a little bit upset at Tyson and enough of this, Fury. Just fight your goddamn fight, man.
Look, I can't be mad at him, but I could be mad. Because, god damn it, Fury, you crazy. But at the same time, you know what? After how Klitschko did him, and after how the commissions and boxing commissions did him, I would give two shits. I'd be like, fuck all y'all. Fuck y'all. You didn't make fuck you and the person.
Yeah.
My brand new Lamborghini broke down.
Yeah, exactly. Let's close it out there, man. Follow the show on Twitter. Cheap Seats Box. iTunes and Stitcher. Especially iTunes people, rate and review, help us stay where we're at or move up on the rankings when people search boxing on iTunes. We greatly appreciate that. Help us out. Mr. Watling, Peter Watling, I did not forget about your question, and we will hit that at a later date as people come off the high of this last Saturday, probably the best week of boxing that we've had this year. Email the show, cheapseatsboxing@gmail.com. Questions, comments. We will definitely get back to you. Thank you to the official sponsor, Mr. J.P. Allen, sitting next to me, and his book,
Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father.
on
Amazon, Kindle, Create Space. Now,
so go check that out.
one other thing real quick. So when you're on Twitter and you can't take a joke, kill yourself. Now, this is where the fighters fight and the fans commentate.
And I like being the villain. I'm kind of starting to like being the villain.
I told you it was fun.
That's right. And we do it just like you from Cheap Seats because I ain't buying no tickets, goddammit. Peace.